headed up to one of my spots. Haven't been up here in a while. I've tried to make it back a couple times this year, been unsuccessful. Snow kept me out. First time I tried to make it up, and the roads back there are really bad. And the second time I tried to go up, I had to turn around because there's just a bunch of big rocks in the road, and I didn't have enough time to like clear out the way to get back there, so I gave it another shot. This is a place that has a lot of history for me. This is where I saw the family group in 2020. This is the first place we went to when we moved here about 9 years ago, and that was and then I got that first night that we went to camp. I got bluff charged by two individuals that night when we were getting ready to leave because it was getting too cold, and we decided we didn't have enough gear to stay the night. We were ill prepared, and so we were gonna leave. And on my way back to my 4Runner, got bluff charged by two individuals. So anyways, yeah, so I'm headed up there right now. I don't know if you can hear the rain, but it's raining. It seems that every time I have been trying to go out to some of my areas this year, it's just been bad weather, rain, and a little chilly today, but I kind of like that weather, to be honest. It just kind of adds to the whole like ambiance of the experience. Something else I'd like to touch on. So about 10, 11 years ago, when I was out and just kind of really starting to get my footing in all of this, I was asked by a group in Georgia, by a Sasquatch group in Georgia that I was interacting with. One day I was back there after, I had already interacted with them a few times, and I heard a voice in my head that said, "Why do you want to know what we are when you don't know what you are?" And that question didn't really have much weight to me at the time, and it started to quickly set in, and ask a bunch of questions. I started to be curious more about myself, and that's really when this whole thing took off for me. And that was when I opened myself up to like the spiritual side of stuff, and the paranormal and the metaphysical stuff. I mean, I'd already had some experiences in that realm, but when I like opened up to that aspect of all of life and all of reality, that's when all of this really opened up and took a huge step up for me. Because that question is so multi-layered, and once you think that you kind of figure something out, it just opens up more doors to more questions. And it really does bring truth to that saying of the more you know, or the more you learn, the less you know. Because it's so true. The more I experience and the more I learn during this, the less I know. And to me, that is very humbling, first of all, but it's also just, it's exciting because it just brought this new element of life and reality to my doorstep. And if you can embrace that and open your door to it, it just makes life such a magical thing, where before it kind of became drab and monotonous. But it opens it up to this whole new level of reality that was there the whole time. We're just sleepwalking through it, and when you accept it and when you can open up to it, it's just an amazing thing. And the first step of doing that, and it's scary for some people, right? Because when you start trying to understand who you are, you have to remove all the labels that we attach to ourselves, like bumper stickers on our car, or like patches on a jean jacket, and we wear these labels to let people know who we are, but also to give ourselves like a sense of excuse me, like a sense of who we are, like a sense of knowing of who we are. And if you start to remove those labels, like I'm an American, I'm Pakistani, I'm Muslim, I'm Republican, I'm Democrat, I'm Christian, like all these labels that we put on ourselves, you start to take those away, peeling them away like layers of an onion, and you're left with just you. And this is what psychedelics does with a lot of people too, because if you take certain psychedelics, it will strip away those layers, and then you're left with who you are. And that's what's frightening to a lot of people, because you don't know anything about yourself. And this might be a weird analogy, but we'll go with like the jean jacket thing, right? So if you're wearing patches on your jean jacket, jean jacket's all you know. And you start taking those patches off, and you're just a jean jacket, right? And again, bear with me, I know this is a weird analogy, but I'm just gonna roll with this. And then one day you see a fur jacket, right? You've never seen it before, and you're like, wow, that's crazy, what is that? What are you? And it's like, fur jacket. Well, where did you come from? It's like, the earth. Huh. And then that fur jacket's like, well, what are you? And you're like, I don't know, I'm a jean jacket. And they're like, well, what's a jean jacket? Where'd you come from? I don't know. The dilemma is, it's a one-sided thing. If you're going to be asking them everything about them, but you don't know anything about yourself, what are you going to give to them in return? You're just going to get a bunch of stuff about them, and then you might learn more about them, right? But they're not going to learn anything about you. You're not going to learn anything about you. So this whole process is about learning about yourself. And the more you learn about yourself, the more you learn about them. It just goes hand in hand. The more you learn about yourself, you learn about them, you learn about everything. And then you realize all of this is connected. Everything's connected. The current state of the world right now is also connected. And it's beautiful. It's just awesome. I'm so grateful for being on this journey, starting this path. And so if I were to say anything, any kind of encouragement or any kind of advice, it would be to open yourself up to any possibility. Don't close yourself off. Don't be rigid. Have an open mind, have an open heart through this whole process. Be humble, be respectful, be grateful, show gratitude. And if you're honest with yourself and with everybody else, with the things that you can experience and might experience through all this, the things you might learn and the things that might be presented to you, you're going to find out more about life itself than anything else. And that, there's no words to explain how important that is. So Sasquatch people, forest people might just be a catalyst for that, and so just take that road, take that path, see where it leads you. And you don't have to admit to people if you're experiencing like woo stuff or paranormal stuff, whatever it is. If you're experiencing spiritual things and you're afraid to admit it because you're afraid of the ridicule, or you don't want people to not take this serious or whatever, keep it to yourself or share it with people that are accepting and not judging. But don't push it away. Don't try to make a square peg fit in a round hole. Don't shave those corners off to make it a round hole. Like, those corners are the important things and the little bits of information that help tie everything together. So just roll with it, and you won't regret it. So this area is where I was camped the night that the family group showed themselves to me in 2020. And it was similar weather to now. Kind of rainy, dreary, in the 30s. I think it's 34 right now here. If you keep going up that road, it goes up, I don't know, maybe a few hundred yards, and there's a tree down. And if you keep going that way, there's another tree. So I don't think anyone's been back there for a while. And even the road, even the road coming in here is bad enough to keep a lot of people out. I mean, you're not making it back here if you don't have four-wheel drive, at least for the last mile or two. All right, so I'm just gonna go explore a little bit and see what we can see. No one's been down this way for a minute. This area is it's awesome. I love it. It's this area is such a strong energy. It is I'll walk up this way a little bit further and see what's going on. God, I love this place. This area. Some things up there. stuff up there. This area has like such a strong spooky feel to it, but it's not frightening. It's like, it's comforting in a way. I don't know how to explain it other than it just feels so familiar to me and so welcoming, but at the same time it's very, very spooky. And maybe I just have like a spooky nature to myself that I'm attracted to it. I don't know what it is, but I have a feeling there's people that understand what I'm saying. I usually like to sit. I'm a big advocate for sitting. Like coming into an area and sitting with them, and letting them decide whether they want to come to you or not. But when it's, this type of weather where it's in the 30s and raining and slowly starting to change into mixed precipitation, this is the best idea I can think of, is just to walk around and not sit in the cold, wet environment. But again, like, I haven't been back here in a while, so I'm just really enjoying this. I don't know if you can see this, but like, I'm full Gore-Tex everything right now, and it's still, Gore-Tex has a limit. It's already getting close. This time of year, like, this is my favorite time of year. I love the winter. I like the summer too, but I love the winter. But there's just something about the fall, especially late fall, right before the snow comes in, that it's just, I don't know. I just love it, that crisp air. This time of year on the East Coast, where I'm from, it's just beautiful. You have all the fall colors coming in, all the leaves changing. You don't really have that so much here where we are now. Like right now, I'm in the Three Sisters Wilderness, and it's mostly coniferous trees, not a lot of deciduous trees. It's mostly ponderosa, fir, an array of pines, occasional juniper, not really much cedars here. They're on the western side, but the only thing that's really changing here right now is the ferns. And so between, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the rain, to be honest, but the weather and this place in general, I'm just totally in my element right now. All right, I was just walking through here and I heard some snaps and cracks back in that way, and there's a couple Stellar's jays that are sounding off, so I think something's walking through back here. So I'm just gonna walk back here and see what's going on. Hopefully I'm not gonna jump a bear or a mountain lion or something like that. Much rather see a large hairy human back here, but of quiet, other than the rain. I'm gonna walk back over towards the road. It's gonna get pretty thick in a minute if I keep going in the direction I was going. Now the Stella's Jays are over there. So something moving. We'll just go this way for now though. Okay, so this road that I'm walking down right now, it's a different road than I came in on. But there's a couple fallen trees that are keeping people out. But when I first moved here about 9 years ago, we used to come here. This is where we would, this place tends to get more snow earlier in the season, so we would come back here. Something moving back there. We would come back here and take the kids sledding when they were little. And I think back in the day, this might have been a good place to camp. There's definitely some, tire tracks that have been here for a while. And if you walk up that hill back there, it's a lot steeper than it looks from here, but it also is covered. The whole thing's covered in manzanita, and it doesn't look it from here, but when you're walking up there, it is head high manzanita. If you go this way through these woods, you get back to the lake that I was talking about earlier. It's probably about a quarter mile through the woods. Yeah, we're here. Might as well walk back there. My pants are starting to soak through already. Like I said, Gore-Tex has its limit, but I'm warm, so we'll just keep going. Something knocking over there. Not much of a lake right now. Still a little bit of water coming through. Mostly this is a snow melt lake, glacial lake, I guess. But this time of year, there's not much left of it. That up there is that top of that peak I was talking about that you have to walk through all the manzanita to get to. Up there's a giant rock outcropping, and I've gone up there and stayed up there before. It's Really beautiful views. I don't know if you can tell, but the rain is starting to change to sleet and some snow, so I am gonna head back. I am very glad I brought a change of clothes because, like I said, Gore-Tex is great for snow and for trekking and things like that when you're doing physical activities, but when it rains really hard like it's doing now, after a while it soaks through. It's not 100% waterproof. So I was wearing wool underneath, but I didn't feel that I was getting wet. But when I took my jacket and my pants off, it definitely soaked through. So luckily I had some dry clothes to change into, and now I'm in the car with the heater on and I am headed back home. Okay, I've told this story a couple times, but the first time we came back here, it was mid-May, and the snow was still blocking the road back to the lake, so we just set up camp here for the night. We had a fire over there next to that tree, and we sat here until it got dark, and then we realized that we weren't prepared for the weather that was coming in that night. It was getting really cold, and so I came over here to get into the 4Runner to start it up, and it was dark, but like right over here on this trees, two individuals came running through the trees super fast, bluff charging. They stopped right here, like right on the other side of those trees, but it was dark and I couldn't see anything. And I just told them hello and thank you for letting us, enjoy this place with you and or with them. And yeah, that was our introduction to this place. So yeah, this is a very special place for me for obvious reasons, and I just wanted to share some of that. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and thanks for joining me.